All right, so finding roots. So when we have a square root, and some of you guys may know this, some of you guys may not, but when we have a number like a square root of 4, okay, a square root of 4, when you type in that on the calculator, is 2. Okay, and it's not a square root of 2, it just becomes 2. Okay, and so on your calculators, I want you to hit the square root button. And let me get one so I can show you.
That's X2.
It'll look like this. It's in the second row, and it looks like this kind of button, and it has a white square right here.
You gotta hit the number first.
Yep, so you hit that button, and then you put in the number in the little box. So you put 4, and you hit equals. Okay, and you get 2. You should have got 2. Did you? That's 27. No, I'm just talking about 4 right now. So 4.
Yep.
There you go. You got 2. Okay, but you're all right. So, what happens is, that, remember how when we talk about x, what number is really in front of the x?
A 1.
A 1. Okay, when we talk about square roots, right here there's a number, and it's a magic 2. Okay, there's a magic 2 there. Okay, and the more and more we do this, the more and more you're going to remember, just the way you remember that there's a 1 in front. Eventually, I will nag and nag and hound you and hound you and hound you, and then you'll remember that there's a 2 there.
I'm probably going to remember that.
You will, eventually. All right, so now we're going to use Jade for an example. So Jade has a little brother. Jade, how old's your little brother? You don't even know?
9, 8, I don't know.
Oh, then you don't count. Who else has a little brother or sister?
Me.
How old's your little brother or sister?
He's 4.
4. 4 is perfect. So, if Trenton's little brother, and I have a 5-year-old, okay, so if she says, hey, Mom, can I go to Kroger? Do you think I'm going to let her walk to Kroger by herself?
No.
Why not?
Because she's too young.
She's too young. So my answer, and most answers would be, you need to take your older brother, or you need to take your older sister, right? And you guys get stuck having to go take them to Kroger or to the library or whatever, okay? They're not walking by themselves. And that's always my answer. If I'm at my dad's, they will say, oh, can I go to CBS? The bebe, and I would say, oh, you didn't take Lila because I'm now going. I'm the oldest. I don't have to go. Lila can take you. Okay, so who do I give my debit card to? Do I give it to you or your little brother? Yeah, why?
Because they're not responsible and they're going to lose it.
Yeah, okay, so the older one always gets the debit card, right? So what this group number is saying, that in order for us to go to Kroger, we need to be in a certain group number, okay? And it works the same. If you go to a carnival, you can't put 15 people in a chair on the Ferris wheel ride, right? There's a maximum number. You need to be in groups of 2 or groups of 3. And so today, when we're talking about group number, I want you to think about that. How many of us need to be together in a group? Okay? So what happens with a square root, if we're looking at a square root of 4, you can rewrite 4 as 2 squared. Okay? What is 2 squared? 2 times 2. Okay? And it's 4. Okay? A square root, remember we talked about there's a magic 2 right here? These 2's eventually cancel, and that's how you're left with just a 2 all by itself on your calculator. Okay, now, that seems a little confusing and complicated because we don't actually do it that way, but I wanted you to see the operation of what happens when we take a square root. Now, I want you to type in a square root of 27 on your calculator. What'd you get?
3. I got 3, that dash and that 3.
3 square root of 3. Okay, now, your calculator will do the math for you. However, you have to show your work, so you cannot, if you put that on your paper for an answer, it's not right, okay? I will mark it wrong. Technically, that is the answer, but today you're gonna have to show your work. So the calculators can help you to check it, okay? Not only to check it, but to do it. So what we need to do is we need to factor, okay? And I want you to write these numbers down, 2, 3, 5, and 7. 2, 3, 5, and 7. Okay, those are the magic numbers that you want. So when we factor 27 on your calculator right now, click 27 divided by 2. 27 divided by 2. What do you get?
27 over 2.
27 over 2, which is a fraction. If you get a fraction, we know that number does not work. Okay, what comes after 2? 3. Now type in 27 divided by 3. I know it's confusing. You're not supposed to get it right now,
I
right?
got 9.
You got 9. So what number did we type in?
27 and 3.
27 and 3. So we're going to write 3. And what did we get for our answer? 9. Okay, we're making a factor tree. Okay, see how this one ends with a 3? Right here?
Yeah.
That means this part of the tree is done. This one, can we factor 9 further? What are some factors in 9? It means 3 and 3. It means 3 things that will multiply. So if on your calculator you could type in 9 divided by 2. If you get a fraction, that means it doesn't fit into that number.
So you just go down like from 2 all the way to 3.
And we know though that 3 and 3 goes into 9, so we're going to say 3 and 3. Okay, so our whole tree is done because there's only 2, 3, 5s, or 7s down there. Okay, now is when we talk about our group number. So remember, what's the number that goes here on the outside? It's a 2. Remember, there's a magic 2. What that 2 is saying is when we go to Kroger, we have to go in groups of 2. So how many matches or groups of 2 could I do? Who has a match?
3.
3. So we can circle. That's 2 3s, right? We're taking it in groups of 2. So for every one we circle, we put 1 on the outside. Okay? And it just works the same way with the real world. So in the real world, people who have friends are more likely to go out. Okay? Out of the house. That's what I always call a house. Okay? If you have more friends, you go out of the house more. If you don't have any friends, are you going to go out of the house? Probably not. Okay? So does this guy have a match?
No.
That I haven't circled? No, not yet. Okay? So can he go out? No, he can't. He's got to go back in the house. Okay? And that's how we get that 3 square root of 3.
I like how you finished it. The word phone.
I don't know. Try. Okay, so look at the next one. Look at 12. Start out on your calculator. Type in 12. Just regular old 12 divided by 2.
6.
6. So that means since we picked 2, we're going to say 2 and 6. Okay, remember 2's on our list. 2, 3, 5, 7. So check 6. 6 divided by 2. Does it work? 3. So you're going to put 2 and 3. What's our group number? What number goes on the outside? Our group number.
2.
There's a magic 2 here on the outside. That means we need to go in groups of 2. So who has a match? Who can go? He's got a buddy.
2 and 3 and 2 and 6. Oh, wait, no.
2
So-
and 3.
So
No.
look, they got to be a match. You got to play goldfish.
There's no match.
There's not a match.
There is a match.
Oh, 2 and 2.
2 and 2. Look, I got a 2 here and a 2 here. Those are best buddies. They match. Okay? And it's going to take you probably at least today and probably tomorrow to get the concept, okay? So they match. So he has a friend, right? Where do friends go? They go outside the house.
Outside.
For every group, for every match, we put one of them on the outside. What about this guy? Does he have any friends?
No, he stays inside.
He's got to stay inside the house. We don't do anything with the 6. The only numbers we ever going to do anything with are 2, 3, 5, 7. Those are your magic numbers. 2, 3, 5, 7.
So only if they match, you put them outside, right? And the ones.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
What's that big one?
Let's look at the next one. And I shouldn't have did that one. Okay, so 1024. Actually, let me look at this. No, skip those 2. Cross off 5 and 6. Draw them big, cross them off. I didn't mean to put negatives on here today. Okay, look at 7. What do you divide by first?
2.
2. So take 147 divided by 2.
Nope, that's not right.
Does it work?
No.
You could do the big one first. So 147 divided by 2. Nope. Okay, so then check. What comes next? What do we check after 2? What comes? 3. So 147 divided by 3. Does it work?
Yeah.
It does? What did you get?
49.
So you're going to put 3 and 49. Okay, check 49. You say 49 divided by 2. That doesn't work. 49 divided by 3. 49 divided by 4. You gotta keep going until you get a number. I know, it's gonna feel like nothing's working, but it will.
7.
7. Okay, 7 goes in. What did you get for an answer?
7.
7 and 7. Okay,
Those match.
so what's our group number for,
7 and 7.
no, when we talk about group number, how many of us has to go in a group to go get into Kroger?
Oh, 2.
2. Remember, this is our group number every time. So if we look at 8, what's our group number?
5.
5. That means that there has to be 5 7s or 5 2s or whatever. That's our group number. So to get in Kroger, there's got to be 5 of us in a group. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that means if we would go to Kroger right now, somebody can't go. Right? There's 6 of us in the room. Somebody can't go. Okay? So our group number is 2. So who's the match?
7 and 7.
The 7. So for every one we circle, where does it go?
Outside.
Outside. And who goes on the inside?
49.
3. No, remember we only do 2, 3, 5, 7. Okay, and so this is the simplified form of this one.